but that's what you wrote. You said here, my lord, that the defendant has now applied for bail. Now, as I've said earlier, bail is a discretion of the court, taking into consideration all the conditions laid down in Muhammad Abacha v. State. At this stage, I am of the opinion that to make or take a stand on the bail application without first hearing and determining the issue that is glaring in the face, which is the absence of the defendant from the court since 25th of April 2017 until he was produced on the 29th of June. My lord, which was exactly what the Supreme Court did. They said that he did not jump bail. These criminals came to my house to kill me. That's what the Supreme Court said. This is in your own ruling, in your own court, my lord. So I cannot understand, my lord, why my trial will be conducted contrary to the Constitution of Nigeria that said I must have free and unfettered access to my counsel. Is here. This is the law. Terrorism Prohibition and Prevention Act says I cannot be tried in Nigeria. That's the law of Nigeria. Yes. I can never be tried in any court of law in Nigeria. That's what the law says. Anybody standing in trial or coming to try me is a terrorist. That's what their law says. Not me. As simple as that. Section 2, subsection 3F of Terrorism Prevention and Prohibition Act. That's what it says. Any court considered to try me is committed an act of terrorism. Yes. Very clear. You cannot violate a treaty that Nigeria entered into and then come to try that very person. Is not done anywhere in the world. So you must be aware of that. So that is why there is all these ridiculous delays. That is what Supreme Court said. I did not jump bail. My home was invaded. They came to kill me and I survived. They came to Kenya to kidnap me, brought me back to this country and seeking to try me, which the law says cannot happen. You cannot violate a treaty that Nigeria entered into and then hope to stand on that illegality to conduct a trial. Is not done anywhere in the world. I have it in my case. Nobody has, there's no exception. No exception whatsoever. That's what the law says. Section 12 of the Constitution, what does it say? Any treaty ratified by Nigeria becomes law. It's law. You cannot change it. It doesn't matter what they do. All these shenanigans is just pure rubbish. You never stand. Not with me. I believe in justice and fairness, that's all.
Nigeria signed to extradite, not to rendition.
Fellow Biafrans, you have heard from our Supreme Leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the court. You have heard him speak clearly in defense of himself. The man you hear spoke is real Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And when you hear the way he presents his case, you will understand what is actually going on. You see, each time when I come online, when I say that the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in our hands, some people do not understand. But the more they continue to present him to court, you understand why we say what we say. Today's outing is a clear example of what we are talking about. When you see the Prime Minister of Biafra, Republic of Nigeria, Mazi Nnamdi, standing his ground to pursue the defense of Biafra land and the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you will now understand. Now you understand why the Biafran people are sitting at home. You have heard Mazi Nnamdi Kanu explain. We are dealing with people who cannot respect their own law. The government that cannot respect their own law. This same court where they took Mazi Nnamdi Kanu come up to their high court have agreed that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the supreme leader of IPOB, did not jump bail. Just tell me, what is stopping them from reinstating the bail of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? If these people meant well, if they are a lawful country, their own law demands that they should reinstate the bail of Mazi Nnamdi. At least, that is the least they can do. In a normal way, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is supposed to be free long time ago. They have no jurisdiction anywhere to judge Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because you cannot stand on illegality and be talking about legality. Every one of us agree that the right of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was abused. The whole world agree. Even the zoo and their court agree that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu kidnap was illegal. Their own court agrees that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not jump bail after his arrest in 2015. He passed through the law court After 2 years, he was granted bail and he was enjoying his bail. Remember that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was preparing to come to court. He made a broadcast from Biafra land and he said, I am coming to court with 1 million men march to answer. They could not wait for him to come to court. Even if you feel that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has violated anything, the normal thing to do is to go through the same court that granted him bail and then revoke the bail. They did not. What they did was to send their troops. They sent terrorists to his home to go and invade his home and take his life. And as Chukwu Okikame might have it, it was only by the grace of Chukwu Okikame that he escaped. He escaped for his life. He never jumped bail. Remember, initially, this was the propaganda they were pushing in their media, using their media. And the media are very much accomplice in this crime. When we say Nigeria is irredeemable, this is a typical example of the irredeemable nature of Nigeria. The media are accomplice in this very crime. They help them to push this lie. They help them to push propaganda against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that he jumped bail. But today, their own court have said that he never jumped bail. They came to kill him. And he ran for his life. They didn't stop that. They went and committed another crime by kidnapping him in Kenya. An extraordinary rendition him to Nigeria, which is an international crime. And they still have the God to come to their court. And today, in this court of this woman, called Binta Nyako, whatever they call her, she cannot stand on legality and do what is right. She cannot open her mouth. You see some Mazi Nnamdi Kanu speaking boldly and asking her, why is it that you cannot follow the law? The constitution of the country made it clear that you cannot go against any treaty that has been signed by your own country. And any treaty that Nigeria signed becomes a law. Why is it that in the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you are turning things upside down? The least that is expected today was to reinstate the bail of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. At least, then you start from there. On what basis are they going to stand to begin to try Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, as he started, has no case. All they are doing is delay him and keep him incarcerated without any case against him. Nigerian government has no single case against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They have no case against him. And you have heard Mazi Nnamdi Kanu speak boldly in the court. That is the man we chose. That is the man we know to be Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Is he speaking as somebody who is afraid? He is not. Is he speaking as somebody who doesn't know what it is? You see him defending himself, making a point in the court. Now you understand when we say that the Zoological Republic is irredeemable, a lawless country that cannot obey their own law. We are not talking about Biafran law. It is not we that made it. Their own judge and their own court have said, let this man go. You have no right to hold him. He has not committed any crime. And yet, they continue to hold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu against his will. And some of you will come out and you begin to talk about better Nigeria. I am sorry for all these idiots. Injustice against one is injustice against all. Today it is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Tomorrow it might be you. It is not going to end in Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. As for the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going to come out stronger than ever. For me personally, and those of us who are following Mazi Nnamdi Kanu under the Biafra Republic of Exile, under the command of our Prime Minister Mazi Samanepa, we have never at any point that has a faith in that court. We don't have any faith in that court, and we don't believe that the court will set him free. The freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that is why the Liberation Army are preparing heavily. And I bet you more things are going to happen. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu knows what is going on. And I thank Chukwu Okikame for his strength. I thank Chukwu Okikame for his ability. I thank Chukwu Okikame for keeping him strong. We will never disappoint him. He will definitely be freed from what he saw in the court. What else do you want to see? What else do you want to hear? It is clear that the criminals do not want to let go of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But no matter what they do, the Supreme of IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, must be freed. Unconditionally, he must be freed. I want you to watch once again and listen to defense of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Go to the comment section and put your comment. Make your comment on the comment section. Do you think that we can be blamed for anything we do going forward? Do you think that our Prime Minister Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be blamed for anything he does going forward? They haven't said nothing yet. More is to come. Thank you for watching. I will see you again next time. Stay blessed.
But that's what you wrote. You said here, my lord, that the defendant has now applied for bail. Now, as I've said earlier, bail is a discretion of the court, taking into consideration all the conditions laid down in Muhammad Abacha v. State. At this stage, I am of the opinion that to make or take a stand on the bail application without first hearing and determining the issue that is glaring in the face, which is the absence of the defendant from the court since 25th of April 2017 until he was produced on the 29th of June, my lord, which was exactly what the Supreme Court did. They said that he did not join bail. These criminals came to my house to kill me. That's what the Supreme Court said. This is in your own ruling, in your own court, my lord. So I cannot understand, my lord, why my trial will be conducted contrary to the Constitution of Nigeria that said I must have free and unfettered access to my counsel. It's here. This is the law.